Welcome back to part 2. Alright, so after the whole Deadpool thing, Deadpool becomes a thug of hammerheads. And does a pretty good job at it. You know, he's being pretty much paid to kill people, which is what Deadpool is pretty good at. Unfortunately, he doesn't get a job done, which was to kill the Kingpin. He has a fight with Wolverine, who's a spy of Canada at this time. So he goes and he meets up with other assassins and whatnot. This is when he meets up with Blind Al. Blind Al has a woman captive, and Deadpool falls in love with her. And Deadpool tries to help her, and, well, it doesn't go well. She dies. So Deadpool becomes very distraught about this and then goes and joins Alpha Flight in Canada. Then he realizes that, well, him and Alpha Flight don't get along. They clash. He doesn't like government work, so he leaves. And this is when he starts heading up the mercenaries bars with Bullseye. They do a couple jobs together, and this is where he meets, what is it, Patch? Yeah, Patch and T-Ray. Patch usually gets some assignments, and T-Ray becomes probably Deadpool's biggest villain. Now, this is also where they meet a time-traveling weapons weapons dealer named, what was it, Trovier? Sorry, I have notes here, so excuse me if I keep looking over. And he is paid along with, this is where he meets up with Copycat again, and who's actually disguising herself as Domino at the moment, so he doesn't actually know it's her. And then this is also where he meets with possibly one of his other greatest helpers, Weasel. I love Weasel. Weasel's a cool guy. Now, Trovier eventually sends Deadpool to kill Cable, and we find out later that Trovier is Cable's son. So the two fight, and yeah, he meets defeat at Cable's hands, and Trovier dies. Oops. Anyways, that's it for part 2. I'm going to be trying to get through more in part 3, so stay tuned. Alright, something I did forget to mention, I apologize for this, with the whole fight with Cable. Copycat was gravely injured, and Deadpool gave up a portion of his healing factor to save her. So, there you go. It's kind of an important nugget there. Now, after this, the X-Force Siren was having problems with Juggernaut and her uncle Black Tom, and Deadpool helps her. About this time, anyways, Deadpool really developed strong feelings for her, and she didn't really return the same thing. He gets abducted by some people wanting to know about the legacy virus. He gets away, and he meets kind of this crazy cult that believe him to be the Messiah, or the bringer of this new religion. He thinks they're crazy. He doesn't really trust them, and kind of goes off and has a slew of misfortunate things happen to him. He has to kill a couple of his Weapon X former buddies. He fails at a couple of jobs, and he's pretty down about his own self-worth, so he kind of goes with this, like, alright, fine. And during the ceremony in which they're trying to conjure up this great world, Deadpool pretty much kills them all, and believing that, you know, their belief in their ways would only bring mindless bliss instead of a better world. So, give me a moment, because this is... Deadpool then goes see a psychiatrist named Dr. Bong. Insert joke here. To help him clear up his mind. With a name like Dr. Bong, what do you think he does with his spare time? Anyways, so Dr. Bong suggests, hey, you know what you should do? You should fight Wolverine. Deadpool goes, yeah, that's a pretty good idea. So Deadpool has this fight with Wolverine, and you know, it pretty much works. It clears up his head. However, Wade Wilson meets up with T-Ray with this woman and saying, hey, this is Wilson, this is your wife, and Deadpool kind of goes, I thought she was dead, wait, what? And then T-Ray goes, but that's not all, I'm really Wade Wilson, ha ha ha. And Deadpool's kind of response is like, I don't care. And because it didn't break, Deadpool's spirit, T-Ray gets pretty pissed and says, I will be back! And with fists shaking in the air and whatnot. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for this segment. I'll be back with the next part, so see you then.